Good evening, everyone. Back with part 3 of Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. It's relatively early in the game, having done 2 parts yesterday, first after getting it, and so far I'm pretty pleased with it. Visually, the game is a beast, and in sound and feeling wise, it is like the previous games, only upgraded for modern gen, and I'm loving it. I can't tell you, all of you, how much I've missed this franchise. So what has happened since? Well, last time, the story took a slightly different turn than I expected. Now, I mentioned before how every other Ace Combat game has had at least one theme surrounding it, right? Or at least multiple things that make each game different. And, the fourth game, Shattered Skies, was pretty much standard. It was great, but you kind of knew what to expect with that one. 5 had you commanding a whole squad, had you commanding a full wing, and even answering, talking to your squad mates. And 0 had you playing as a mercenary pilot, and you had a morality system tied to that. And 6 had you playing Sky Commander with, flying over certain army factions like ground support, navy, and other air squadrons, and even telling them to attack stuff, which was freaking awesome. Assault Horizon did the dogfight mode, and now we have this game, which seems to be taking a bit of an RPG element with different airplane parts and weapon types, and we started off being Mr. Ace, like you would probably expect in any other game, only we've taken a slightly downwind turn with my character being demoted to, for what is intents and purposes, the bad company squad of miscreants who are all troublemakers one way or another, because apparently my character accidentally killed the president from the 5th game, Unsung War, and I had watched my that part of my playthrough just to see what happened, and yeah, apparently for story reasons, because which these games do sometimes, so that way the missions aren't just flying around. They have a story to them after all. Apparently, when I went to go try and save President Harling's Osprey, my lock-on tagged onto him, and I launched a missile, which was a drone. And in the cutscene, it shows the drone flying over the Osprey, and my missile hitting the Osprey instead. So that's what happened. And because everyone did not notice that drone, and instead my own missile hitting Mr. President, they all blame me and think I did it intentionally. And I am now having to, for all intents and purposes, I have, for all intents and purposes, fallen from glory, and I'm now with the loser squad, more or less. Oh, and by the way, I completely missed it, but when I went to, when I continued from that mission briefing screen to get to, the options of where to go, I completely, I apparently unlocked other aircraft. So yeah, I don't just get new airplanes from the unlock grid, like I assumed I would, but apparently doing missions also unlocks others as well. So it's a mix of different ways to unlock stuff and replay the game in multiple ways. So that's the one thing I missed to show off, because I didn't think that would happen. But anyway, now I know what to expect. So yeah, I've been demoted. And let's recap just in case. Well, the game anyway.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base.
Yup.
With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Osean Air Force was about to go on the attack.
Yeah, like Patton's fake base.
Day after day after day after day, they bombed us.
And Patton's not here to cheer them up.
We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had.
Yeah, because they suck.
A gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went. Day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here.
Killed the president by
My dad
accident.
died flying for the Osean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
Oh, and by the way, I looked it up. The name of that girl is named Avril Mead. Yeah, like Avril Lavigne. So now I don't have to call her just girl
All right, guys,
anymore.
I'll let you in on some juicy info.
If only she told me her name at the beginning of the game.
Was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh.
Hey, it was an accident, okay?
His tag
Freaking
name's
drones.
Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Osean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay.
Not anymore, it ain't.
I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers, but what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
So we gotta start flying with disgraced pilots and malcontents who are either petty crooks or just flat out unsatisfied with the current government. You know, I find it funny, in the 16 or so years since Ace Combat 5, since the events of Unsung War, the Osean government has just become a bureaucratic nightmare. Different branches not telling each other what's what, and that country, and among others, forming what is basically this world's version of the United Nations, and of course being just as inefficient militarily as the real one. How about that? Okay, so deceive and disrupt the enemy in the air above the base. Okay. Air superiority. Yup, obtained a new aircraft. The MiG-21 Fish Bed and the 104C Starfighter. Which is the latter of which Admiral was piloting in the beginning of the game. And I don't have enough credits. Yeah, the star is for DLC. And the MiG-21. Don't have enough credits to move on to the next either forward in either branch. I really would like to get the Sukhoi 33, F-18 Hornet, and or maybe an F-15. I'm not sure. So many options. Gripen, that's always been a cool looking one. Okay. Okay. Big F4 or a slim F-104C Starfighter, slim supersonic interceptor from the Century series of fighters. Its thrusters and small, thin trapezoidal wings allow it to fly at great speeds, meaning it even stands up to more modern craft. Its nickname is Starfighter, and it's purple, so it's multi-role. Blue is air superiority, and red, which I don't have yet, is ground support. MiG-21 BIS, classically designed small, low-weight fighter combining delta wings and horizontal tail wings. While its tricky controls ask a lot of the pilot, it boasts an impressive war record. It also has a number of nicknames on account of its striking appearance in the sky. Yeah, it's a weird little jet. Basically, in the Cold War, is to, Russia and China what the F-4 Phantom II was for U.S. MiG-29A, we already read that one. So, air-to-air. I think for variety's sake, I think I'll do the MiG-29. Air-to-air lock-on missile.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
I forgot to put the parts on it. Damn it. It's okay. Still new at the game anyway, so. Oh, and for whatever reason, I said for whatever reason I thought the Thunderbirds team were the Army. No, they're the Air Force.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back. When you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15. Takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Ah, we can't fire on them.
Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you?
No, a drone got in my way, you idiots.
That life or death matter.
Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway.
There they are.
You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
This is School 1. Numbers we can handle. Proceed with us.
Ah, I can't fire the gun either.
That's messed up.
Look at them. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower! Hey, what's with all the shaking? There's smoke! Send in the fire team.
You know, perhaps the feint would be more effective if we actually got the fire on them.
Shall I order them to shoot down all?
And again, that would probably tell them, wait a minute, you're serious.
Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're clear to engage. Show no mercy.
Done by now. After we make the odds.
So only
Which
bombers.
one of us gets the first kills after it starts?
This is the beginning of
first.
you.
If count's going
I
forward,
decide
so am
when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line tune? I'll show you all how it's done.
I like how we get their picture profiles on screen, so that way we know what they look
15
like.
bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get your stuff real pretty.
Easy pickings now. Push it. Damn it. We were supposed to be done before the bombers even arrived.
Radar ping. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target.
There's another one.
Educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
Don't panic. This isn't our first dance. Fox 2. We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. We lost all of them. Let's get them out of here.
Did they really think they can get a bunch of convicts to just put on a show?
Go behind them so I can pick them off one by one.
Doesn't work as well as there. Locked on hostile. Breaking. Breaking. Hurry up and break. Behind you. I want it back.
He's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. The target's that
attack bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader. Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival.
Oh, so he's a gambler.
Big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up.
Explains his name.
You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
This is a pretty nice ride. Engine service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Scope,
Scale.
skill.
Fun away from your comrades. 3 targets remaining.
Oh, they're all coming after me. Like they know I'm the guy who's destroying all their bombers.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you? Wilco, Commander Kinsey, please maintain silence for the moment. 2 targets remaining.
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. The papier-mâché strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack!
What do you think I've been doing?
1 bandit left. Take him down now.
Ugh.
First come, first served. All targets confirmed eliminated.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB.
Nice.
Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Uh-oh.
Then you win. So what? You're not done?
So we gotta land,
Just checking.
I think.
Spare
Yup.
15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway.
Well, at least it's on a regular runway.
Permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. Bank left. 1,500 meters. Heading is good. Stay on course.
Nice and smooth.
At least you're down. Careful with the aircraft next time.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Ah, go screw yourself.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets...
Nice thruster flame effects in the back. Sukhoi 34 fullback. Oh, the bomber version.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Oh, got an A rank. Sweet. 11 95s and 3 160s. Okay, so that's one mission and then a second one. I'm thinking doing 2 missions per stream so that way it's like an hour at a time. Kind of hard to tell since you know, I look at the stream on YouTube and it does not tell me how much time has passed. At least from my experience.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai.
The enemy ace of the game.
They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion.
Lost national identity.
He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji.
Gesundheit.
When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger.
Ouch.
The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime.
The character models look awesome. Seriously.
Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited.
His granddaughters are gorgeous. Wait, it's the princess.
She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy.
And the one giving the speeches.
This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Yeah, his wingmen are like, you know, like we lost our homeland and our national identity. Like, what's the point of being a borderless world if the home you came from no longer exists?
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Rocaroja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Yeah, we're the leftovers. We don't get anything. Rocco Roja and the country of Sapin, which, if I recall, is basically the Ace World's version of Spain. Operation A1 pair, destroy the enemy forces. Mostly ground targets. Do I get anything in the aircraft tree? I have 171. I could move forward here. F2A. Air to air, air to ground. Seems to be mostly armaments that these two Eagles are separated. F-22, F-35. Already got this, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I can't buy anything yet. Well, I could get the Mirage, but I kind of want to save for everything else. Decisions. I'll stay with what I have at the moment. So air to ground op. So what do I want to do? F-16. I think I'll do the F-16 again. Ground penetration bomb. Select parts.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Yeah, I got 3 stripes on my tail fin. Three strikes, I'm out. And I accidentally got them all in one tragic accident.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard
Look at that view.
Forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Look at that rainbow glare. My goal is to destroy everything in Annihilation.
Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
Look at that moisture going into the cockpit window.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. If we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
So we gotta go full collateral damage.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over to the recharge line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
No.
So, what are we supposed to do? What are the odds of getting out of line?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bandog's finally come around. I'll try the building, so support me. Take care of the anti-aircraft guns.
Go through the blue line so I can recharge my equipment. Okay.
Fox 2.
Breaking up.
Well, he's a tough one.
Target was not hit.
Lockdown bandit. Attacking.
Spare 15 locked.
Woo! Blue line on the west, on the east. Okay.
Fox 2.
Hostile on your tail.
The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
What can I say? I love my job.
That's for us. Take care of it.
Targets are hard to spot in this terrain. It's like playing whack-a-mole in the dark.
That bomber's getting away. Chase it down like you mean it, morons. All enemy bombers destroyed. That should put a wrench in their plans.
Oh, we can sleep in for once.
Hostile has a lock. Need help.
Stall warning.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Trigger, rocking it hard. Cut the crap. There's work to do.
The fire set off a chain reaction. Elite chopper running.
AA gun down.
Is everyone out here?
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
Uh-oh. Guy behind me's not happy with me.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full band?
Evading.
Nope, no evading for you, buddy.
Target destroyed.
This level would be perfect for an A10. Fortunately, I don't have it yet.
Missile launched. Confirmed kill on AA gun.
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here. Watch on.
Enemy has a lock.
Vehicle down.
Trigger, missile incoming! Tabloid, missile headed your way! I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. So if this happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing.
London Bridge falling down.
Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access. Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns. I've never been good at hide and seek.
Enemies locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Target destroyed. Spare 15 locked. AA gun down.
Ah, getting pelted.
Locked on bandit.
The enemy's got a lock! Could they have picked a worse location? Can't hit anything for shit out here.
Spare 15 target destroyed. Vehicle down.
Full bed! Missile!
AV-8B. Is that a Harrier? I think that's what it is. Or something else.
Someone help me out here.
Spare 2. Push 2. That's a hit.
Yep, it's a Harrier. One of few fighter jets that are capable of hovering like helicopters.
Maybe if we had some anti-surface weaponry. Hostile has a lock!
Missile launched. Spare 15 target destroyed.
Ah!
Aircraft approaching at high speed. Bearing 280.
I felt that one. Uh-oh. Our old friends are back.
Drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Missile away.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Pure units are just pawns.
That lion son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
Locked on and good to go.
Locked.
Spare 15 lags the target.
Minutes remaining.
They're after me.
Confirmed kill on AA gun.
Missile in the air. Heads up. Spare 15 made a kill.
Spare 15 target attack angles are limited. Spear 15, enemy's got a lock.
That's a lot! Enemy has a lock on finding Michael.
Tank eliminated.
Disrupt the radar.
This is Spare 7. Shit!
Whoa,
Someone
watch
get this enemy
towers.
off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller, missile, shake it off.
God damn it, I'm hit! I'm still at the table! High roller, missile, another one! I've got a bet on me getting out of this.
Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out. Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down.
These guys are creeping me out. Killing the scratches on their tails.
Missile in the air. Heads up. What happens to a bet when the banker's out?
Another man down.
There's no point. Retreat!
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
MQ-99. Oh, it's a drone.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me.
Yeah, it's wasteful.
Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him.
No wonder Osea is getting their butt kicked. They're just throwing a. They're treating all their military like a hammer instead of like a scalpel. Hell, the Kestrel 2 didn't even have any airplanes on it, and they sent it out anyway. Like, really? How stupid can you be? Of course it got blown up.
Face punishment. You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time. Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy. 2 minutes remaining.
Oh, that was a close one. I nearly blew it there. I hate it when I do that. Get a little too close to the ground.
Spare 15 down another. That's 3. Trigger still alive?
Get this drone that's pestering me.
Fox 2. You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
Uh-oh.
1 minute remaining. Spare 15, target destroyed.
This is a whole new kind of war.
There's a roll of dominoes right there to blow up.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Troops destroyed all the trucks.
Bandits in the tunnel. They're taking off from inside. Tunnel? You gotta be kidding.
I like the ones who scurry back to the base, Trigger. I'll give you that.
Oh, I got enough. I went over the limit.
You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
I went.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too.
I
Who
wanted.
wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nut job would say if he was still here.
I went over the score limit.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
And without running out of all my ammunition. Nice. Just a pawn
You
trophy.
lost claims, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.
Wow. No wonder they're disillusioned with Osea. Now, Sand Island may not have been well run, but at the very least, we were treated mostly well. This base is a shithole. C rank. Come on. It was because I lost over 50% of my health. How dare you? Well, I got a fair amount of target variety that I blew up, so that's nice. First tri-metal, huh? Got MiG-21 fish bed skins. Okay, that's 2 missions. I'm going to take a break here and start with the next part in a little bit. So, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next part. And see you soon.